let's talk about this unbelievable Philadelphia Phillies team. I just
Is this
I want
America's team right now?
I want to start. I mean, yes, because most fan bases don't like the Astros, so yes, but also like super exciting team to watch. And I think everybody can see like the Astros have been there so many times in the last 7 8 years, 7 years, 6 years, seven. That so their fan base is like excited, but not maybe a little spoiled, some might
I
say.
know, like, right. Hey, we expected this.
We've been
Cool.
here.
Right.
Yeah, we're a 100 win team, whatever. The Philly fan base is fired up. These people are hyped. They're
That
excited.
Harper homer was so cool.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
did you see him turn around to, I want to say it was Hoskins, and he was like, holy shit, I just did that. When he was in the dugout.
In the dugout? Yeah.
That's like, it just shows people, especially guys like Bryce Harper with that name and that image, like the playoffs are so different and they're still like not kids, but like kids playing a game where it's like, holy fuck, I'm Bryce Harper and I just surprised myself. Not surprised, but like that was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
Bryce Harper is the most underrated superstar in the game. He's so good. He's so good.
Wasn't he on that poll from players saying that he was the most overrated?
Yeah, but that can't have been in the last couple of years. Maybe that was 2019 or 2020. It definitely it could not have been after his MVP year last year. Because he was so good last year. Maybe in 2019 maybe it was 2019. But regardless, he signs that big deal. This is what they're paying him to do. He's been unbelievable. So I mean, but you know what? Hoskins, bunch of homers. Unbelievable. Real Muto, he's doing a great job behind the plate and he's hitting homers. Big Schwab is hitting playoff homers.
How about before he hit that ball 173 miles an hour? They said I think they talked to Kevin Long and they were like, the hitting coach, they were like, they figured something out today in the cage. And then he's gone absolutely bananas since
People talk very, very highly of Kevin Long. I think besides the fact that they went and paid all those guys and got a bunch of really good players, like Kevin Long is an addition. I mean, they paid Kevin Long a lot of money to come be there too. And Kevin Long was a great addition for them because he's supposed to be one of the best in the game. He's the hitting coach for the Phillies, for anybody who doesn't know. And he's highly regarded as one of the best, if not the best. He's with the Yankees for a while.
The Yankees, Mets.
And then he was with the Nats for a while on their run.
He was big with the Mets. I think David Wright really liked him.
I'm pretty sure he was up with the Nats in that 19 team.
Yeah.
I believe he already brought him to Philadelphia after that.
But regardless, it was super, super impressive team victory. And it goes to show, and I think one of the reasons why a lot of fan bases are rallying behind the Phillies is because what they've done going out, spending money on good proven players has worked. And like that gives every other fan base hope. Like we can go spend the money on good players. And guess what? In the playoffs, good players that have proven track records are good players.
Yeah.
And they're just fun to watch too. It's electric baseball.
Especially, I mean, they, like we talked about it, like their fans were like saying, fuck this team.
They were booing them. I mean, we went in and swept them.
Yeah.
In September, and they were, or whenever that was, and they were getting booed.
Well, the Cubs are a good baseball team. That's why.
I mean, but yeah.
What I was going to say is that last game, I texted in our group text when they brought in Ranger Suarez. I was like, I hate this. I hate it. I hate bringing in a starter.
And
two pitches.
What a PFP too.
That was easy.
Like,
well, he should won the Gold Glove, but he didn't. I don't know if he didn't qualify because of innings or whatever. But like, he had 9 defensive run saves as a pitcher this year.
Bro, he comes in there first pitch. I mean, he's a starter, like Dakota said. You're bringing in a starter to close out a game to send you to the World Series. The guy drops a bunt down that he has to run a decent amount for. Picks it up bare hands. Was like, yeah, I'll throw it to his chest, and it's pouring out.
And he's a lefty, so
it wasn't like a righty where you feel it
he like had to spin, throw it. Like it was a hell of a play.
That like I said it. What I say in the group was like, "Holy shit, what a PFP!" Like joking,
Yeah.
but also at the same time, like, yo, that was legit.
He made it look so easy that everyone's like, oh, like nice. But it's like, no, like you don't, the pressure of that moment to go field that ball. I'm throwing that thing 8 rows deep and it's a tie ball game.
Maybe just because I faced him a couple times, but he's like, he's pretty mature, like cool, calm under pressure.
Well, that's what they say every time
sinker
he comes
ground
in.
ball guy. I felt pretty confident about that move. I felt having played against Suarez and having played with David Robertson. I love David Robertson. I think David Robertson's a great pitcher, great late in game pitcher, but it seemed like they had figured out that taking till 3 strikes against him is sometimes the best option. I did not do that in my bat against him when he was with the Phillies and they came to Wrigley, and I was really pissed. I did not take till 3 strikes, and that's kind of like big game moment because he's gonna throw snapper breaking balls under the zone that are impossible to lay off, and they were just looked like they were just auto taking until they got to a place where they had to swing.
Did you see the strike 3 call on Will Myers? 3 balls off the plate. It was not close. Will Myers, like if it was a regular season game, he's tossed and probably suspended because he probably lights him up. It was so bad.
What do we got on
the
the
ABS system?
What do we got on the Profar check swing?
Did he
I don't know
go?
if I saw it.
You didn't see it? He got ejected right after.
Oh, that was game
He went.
3, game 4.
He went.
Yeah.
Did he? Okay.
But the thing is, the check swing's always the one where it's like, well, what constitutes a swing? Like crossing the plate, breaking your hands.
Right. And I thought that he was more so like getting out of the way of the ball. Like it literally was in the batter's box.
I mean, it was pretty clear. It was pretty clear on the side angle that he went.
Yeah, it was tough because like he's getting so fired up that it cuts the replay that it's like, you're wrong.
But everybody on Twitter, everybody was saying that he didn't go. So like I was kind of like in the middle. I was like, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I remember looking at the replay and being like, yeah, you went. And I'm usually on the side of like, no.
Is it the worst when like you argue a call and you look to your dugout and everybody's just on the bench like this, not saying a word, and you're just like,
Yeah,
man,
man, you
And you're like, ooh,
you did.
ooh.
Come on back. Come on back. You're out.
you just don't hear anybody behind you saying like, what the fuck? You're like, damn, that was probably a strike.
And then you walk as you're walking in the dugout, like the manager and the hitting coach are right there, and you're like, that was low, right? Was it low?
And they're like, oh, I don't know, it was close,
"Ah,
which means, bro, get the fucking bat off your shoulder.
Yeah, they're like, I think it was at your knees, man. Or like if you're like really, really fired up and they want to be on your side, they're like, that's close. It's close. Couldn't tell.
He caught it really well. I don't know. I'll have to look at it.
Ooh. Fuck. I'm excited. I'm excited for the series. I'm excited to watch. Dakota, did you had Yanks Phils?
I can't remember if I said Phillies. I knew I said I liked the Phillies, but
Yeah,
I
you said
honestly
Phillies.
did I?
You said Phillies.
You were the
I know
closest
I
of all
did
of us
because
to
I
say
think I
it.
said
Tom
I
doesn't want to
wanted
go
Efros.
back and look at the receipts.
Well, I wanted Efros versus Schwarber. I remember saying that.
My team at Destiny is eliminated. I now have a very gross bracket. Zach, you had
Toast. I think I had Astros, Dodgers.
well, I mean, you're still there.
Yeah, but like
We got the battle right now. Me and Zach.
I also had Astros Dodgers.
You took because you're disgusting and you
That is kind of gross.
you hedged
Tom.
your bet and then it hit.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Tom.
they're.
I hope that money smells good, Tom.
Did you see Pedro last night? He was doing the "Who's your daddy?" They own us. They're the daddy. I know.
You know
I
the
know
worst
that.
part is Pedro. I hate him, Tom. I hate him with a
I
passion,
don't like him
with
either,
an
but they was a good
absolute
joke.
passion.
Good joke,
I
you know?
grew up hating him forever, and I'll never like him. And the fact that that's such a loser thing to do when your team's already out to make fun of another team for getting eliminated. Like your team didn't make the playoffs. Shut up.
I mean, he played for the Phillies, Philly legend. Pedro
Okay,
Martinez.
but he's a Red Sox. He's a
No,
Red Sox.
I'm obviously kidding.
And
I was
that's
thinking last night that like that was probably the best time it ever was to be a Yankee fan. Was the the Yankees are my daddy. That was 2003,
yeah.
right? And everything immediately unravels in 2004, and ever since then, it's been the Red Sox have probably dominated the rivalry, right? I mean, they've won more World Series, so
3 more. 2 more.
Yeah.
And Scotty Efros was nice enough to leave me and a few others tickets on.
He left you 7 tickets, a few others. It's a whole
Did you pay him?
group.
You pay him for those?
Dude, no. So I reached. He's such a beauty.
He's
I
getting an
reached out to him.
ALCS bonus. He don't need no pay.
I reached out to him and I was
Wow.
saying,
you just let him float you 7 tickets.
"Can you wait? Can I?
I mean, this
do I
is
have the floor?
crazy.
I think I see a highlighted thing around my square right now. That means I'm talking.
Speak then. Quit pausing and giving us a
No,
chance.
so I texted Scott and I wanted to see him because I didn't know after his surgery if he was going home. And I was like, hey, are you going to be at the game? Like, I think Fallon's going to get tickets through work. And he just immediately said, like, how many do you need? I'm like, Scott, I'm not asking for tickets. I have them.
And
It's
it
okay.
sounds to me like you were
A
trying.
little backhand at ticket ass. Hey Scott, I want to.
Hey, we're gonna buy tickets, but they're super
No, they're
expensive.
free.
So I don't know
Free.
yet if we're gonna.
Free.
No, I really want to see you, Scott. Oh, you're in Pittsburgh. Oh, I'll take 7 tickets.
Are we done?
No,
Or
he was there. He was in the dugout. He got announced. Zach has a video of him.
Yeah, I
getting
have a video
announced.
of it.
His
From the family
jog
section.
was the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he had one arm, dude. Give him
I
a
mean, yeah.
break.
To be fair, I don't think he can run. But
Yeah, have some. Oh
Did
my!
the fans lose it for Scotty?
They were happy. They were happy. For
place
Scotty.
erupted. What do you think?
Yeah.
Did he give him one of these?
I could still do it.
Probably could because he threw fucking 50 times for the Cubs this year. A joke.
No comment.
You mad at the Cubs?
No, you know what?
Wow, hot
We
take.
could have
Scott
seen
Say
him
it.
on. We could have
Good.
seen him on
Broken.
TV. Tom,
Zach,
you should be
say
mad
it.
at the Cubs.
Zach,
They should still
say
be fucking playing.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
Are you saying the Cubs should have to give another prospect for Scott Efros because they used him so many times they blew him out?
Kind of.
That's a hot take.
Kind of.
Cubs in August 2nd looked at Scott's elbow and were like, got to get off this in the next 24 hours.
They probably called. They say, "Hey, listen, man, we've used him a lot. This is way more than he's thrown from down there. Let's get him out of here."
It's fucked.
Wait, we haven't talked about the big news regarding the compound. We're talking to a Gold Glove nominee now.
Good point.
Ooh.
Gold Glove finalist, I believe, technically is the term.
I think that's the term. Yeah.
We
That's a
got
good
you.
point.
We got you as 1v1 versus Yelich. We took Peralta
Yeah.
out of the running because
Peralta
he
played
half
half the year in the
AL.
American League. He can't win.
Not counting him.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
So if he wins, we negate it and you
Oh.
win.
Yeah, if he wins, that means Ian wins. So we just got to worry about Yelich.
Yep. And guess what? That guy plays in a freaking dome.
Yeah, it's easy.
Hey.
No wind conditions there.
You know what was crazy was when they had the roof open in Houston and it looked like those guys were like fighting the baseball. Yeah, come to Wrigley and play 162 there, play 81 games at Wrigley Field. That's what it's like every fucking day, fighting the wind and the sun every day. Okay, these guys one game with the roof open. It
Did
looks
you
like they're gonna
see-
have to dive for a routine fly ball. That's what it's like every day at Wrigley Field. Every day.
Did
That's
you
my Gold
see?
Glover. That's my Gold Glover.
Did you see Judge's numbers on that ball that he lined out on?
Oh my god.
Yes. You texted it and Ian didn't respond. I was waiting.
106 at 28 was right.
Bro, the last
It was the
time-
only ball to not go out, right? At those
the
numbers.
lowest,
ever?
like the least distance was like 370. That
Well,
ball
I
is
don't know
gone.
what's happening because in Houston the ball's supposed to fly there and it's a short right field. The
Well,
wind must have been howling across.
Okay,
but let me
but
also
still,
tell you
that's
that's
what
every
we
day
got,
at Wrigley
though.
Field.
No,
You come
we
in
found
Wrigley
out.
Field, you get a ball 106 at 28 to right field, you're out. Okay.
We found out how they're cheating. They use dead balls when the Yankees hit. That's
That's-
the new rumor.
You
Hey,
know,
Bregman
that-
hit one out at 92 off the bat.
Oh, I
That's
saw
the
that
new
too.
rumor.
Way back. Way back.
Dead balls
back.
for the Yankees.
So that that would make sense that the wind is like
Right.
doing that. Also, the Crawford boxes are hilarious, but like it would make sense that the wind is blowing. You know, Bregman has like the top two or two out of the top three least hard hit home runs in the playoffs ever. But he is, listen, I don't want to hear this like, oh, that shouldn't be a home run. Bregman is very, very good at pulling the ball in the air. That's what he's very, very good at. He came up playing in that stadium. That it's not easy to pull the ball in the air, and he's very good at it. Okay.
Well,
Very
also,
good.
hey, Yankees, we're not playing an exit velo game. Like, apologies that he hit a lesser exit velo than Judge, but like, I thought that was super lame for Severino and some of those guys to come out and be like, "Oh, the Bregman got lucky because he hit it one at 91 and Judge hit one at 106, so that means we should have won.
But like,
that
I don't
wouldn't happen.
understand the whole backlash for Boone. They were saying he was like, "Yeah, man, we got burned by the wind tonight." Like, he wasn't saying
that's true.
yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't saying like, "Hey, it's not fair." Like the wind was blowing. He was just saying, "Yeah, that sucked."
I was more directing this at Severino's comments.
Right,
I think Gashioka also kind of said like
I didn't
they
see those.
implied that the Astros got lucky.
Yeah.
And
mean,
I think Boone's comments got wrapped up in those because that was like supporting evidence for that. Where I agree. I don't think Boone was out there going like, we should have won. And I felt like
he
that
was just
the
like,
vibe.
"Yeah, that sucked." Judge's homer would have been a homer, or what Judge's ball would have been a homer. Like, that
I can't ever fault someone like Bregman for hitting a ball not that hard and having it go out because he's really good at hitting the ball in the air to left field with good spin. And that's what he did. Judge stinks that wasn't a homer because that was absolutely crushed.
And you think about how different the series is if that's a homer. Possible.
And let me just say this, Tom. Okay. If I'm Aaron Judge and I'm going into the offseason, I've had a great year. I've hit 62 pumps. Maybe I wish I hit that ball 108 so that it got out. Do I look for some Roman T support?
Wow.
Yes.
Probably not because it's illegal for Judge, but not for you. Okay. It's illegal for everybody else. Everybody that isn't tested for testosterone enhancement, which is us, it's legal for. Okay. So no matter what you're wearing, confidence starts on the inside. That's why it's so important for men to think about their testosterone health. I know Dakota's been thinking about his testosterone health.
It's always on my mind.
It's like one a day men's, but it's not. It's Roman. Testosterone, a low testosterone. You got to look into these Roman T support pills. You guys want to say anything else about Roman?
I love it. They're a great sponsor. Zach?
Proprietary supplement formulated by Roman's in-house doctors. Can't find this blend anywhere.
I mean, as we get older, your T goes down. Everyone knows that. This is a good
That's
way
just
to boost
facts.
your T. Yeah. That's just
And
a
it's
fact.
not your fault. It's not your fault that your T's going down. That's just natural. Okay. You see Frank Thomas out there doing the commercials for his thing. That's cool and all, but I would suggest Roman T support over whatever that thing is. Okay.
I agree. I couldn't agree
I'm
more.
with you. I've been saying it for years.
Roman.com/compound today. If you're
Get
approved, you get
Roman.com.
$15 off your first
Get
order.
Roman.com.
Stop,
Clear it up,
Tom.
Ian.
Stop, all of you. It's getroman.com/compound. Okay. $15 off your first order. Roman T support. Getroman.com/compound. Getroman.com/compound. T support, man. Gets me fired up. I was actually I was texting one of our wonderful strength coaches today, Keegan. Shout out to Keegan about getting some supplements. Getting my supplements for the season. I got back in the gym today, boys. I don't know what you guys are up to. I got the gym.
Been in the
there
gym.
for 3 weeks, bro.
I was gonna say.
Well, you know, some of us finished at
That's what
different
happens
times.
when
All
you
right, some
finish
of
in
us,
the
some
bus
of us
league.
played until October 5th or something.
So are you shitting on me because I was in the bus league?
No, I mean you're yelling
Thanks.
at me about not being in the gym.
Thanks, 8. Appreciate it. Oh man, feels good. Hope you win that Gold Glove.
I do. I hope you win it.
I'm actually a huge Yelich guy, the biggest.
Whoa, dude. There's a line. You might have just crossed it.
Oh, but he didn't cross it saying, "Yeah, you fucking finished 2 weeks before because you're a bum and you're in AAA."
Well, is he wrong? Because we did.
I don't think you're a bum.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Well, you don't
Thanks,
think we're
Ian.
good either, apparently.
You all right, Dakota?
Yeah, it's water.
You guys want to talk about anything else? What else do you want to talk about? A couple minutes. You
We
want
can
to
talk about some
something?
trip. We can talk about AAA.
Don't bring up the Jets. Zach's gonna say, "What about the 5-2 Jets?"
Dakota,
Let's
don't
go.
worry. If he
Jets.
brings up the 5-2 Jets, we'll just talk about the 6-1 New York Football Giants.
The
So,
real team in New York.
Dakota, I have a football question.
All right.
Is Dan Campbell just a motivator or is he a coach?
I actually have two football questions.
Well, they've
My
scored
first-
0 touchdowns in 2 weeks, so
My first,
3 weeks
football,
if you count the bye week.
My first football question is: how do you feel that Dak Prescott chose the week against your team to come back to then beat them badly?
Honestly, I was happy because it gave us a chance. We were in that game the whole time. If Cooper Rush is in there, we lose by 40.
Wasn't it like 24-6?
Yeah, but it was like 10-6 going into the fourth.
And they should have had a touchdown on.
They should have. They fumbled at the goal line to take the lead. Jamal
Let me
Williams
ask you-
fumbled
let me
at
ask
the
you
1
another-
yard line.
let me
Should
ask
have
you
been
another football-
13-10 Lions.
Let me ask you another
Dak
football question.
stunk. He stinks. He should be benched. Cooper Rush is better. Central Michigan. Ever heard of it?
Let me ask you another football question.
Okay.
You betting on football these days?
I would never do that. Gambling on sports doesn't sound like me. Zach is though. Zach kind of.
Zach, you betting on football these days?
Kind of a gambler now.
Man,
Kind of a gambler.
no, I'm not. 2 for 2 yesterday though.
So
I'm
you
gonna start betting on football. Fuck it.
You got the money for
Yeah,
it.
you're good for it.
I'm good for it.
Loan me $1 million. I'll turn it into $3 million.
Hey, Tom, let me ask you a
in a little
question.
bit.
I'm asking everybody questions right now. This is sponsored by Roman. GetRoman.com.
Ian's
This is
question corner.
My question time. Tom, is there a fantasy football league in the John Boy office?
There is.
Are you
I'm in.
participating?
I am. I was a bad manager and didn't set our lineup this week. So
God
Oh,
bless
Tom.
it. Bless
I mean,
it, Tom.
People like you, Tom. You know.
How do you expect to win with that kind of commitment? Oh, you're too sad about the Yanks? We couldn't set the lineup? Shit.
Well, actually, we made some moves last night when I realized I messed up. We got the New England defense and Devontae Parker. We're down by 20, not even 15. Like we
There's
can
some
win.
time. We're fine. Just got a
Huh?
sack too.
I mean, yeah, Justin Fields is a great quarterback, but there's a chance he could throw an interception maybe.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one more question. I got a question for Tom.
Yeah.
This is one more Yankees question. Last Yankees question.
Get
Roman. Get Roman swipes. Would you rather lose that way getting swept or go to game 7 and lose on a walk-off homer again?
I have to percolate that for a second. I will say before I answer that, I almost said this earlier, but I thought you guys were going to make fun of me. I'll still say it now anyway. I would have much rather lost to Cleveland than go through that experience. Like I would have 100% rather just lost in game 5 in Cleveland than
No, you wouldn't have because
Yes.
Josh Naylor
Yes.
would have been
Yes.
rocking his way all the way to
Don't
the
care.
ALCS. There's no
I don't
way.
think you understand how much I hate the Astros. And it's for a mix of reasons. There's some personal reasons mixed in there. There's some cheating. I can't stand them. They own my team, and it sucks to have the team you hate most in the world just own your team. To answer your question, Dakota, I would have rather have gone to 7, but that's pretty much just because we would have gotten some good content out of it for John Boy. It's a bummer that there's no games all this week for John.
Always thinking content. Love that.
Yeah, content guy.
You're a company guy. You know what is that's a crazy your Cleveland take to me is a crazy take. But I respect it. I respect where your fandom's at. That's your take.
I know some annoying Cleveland fans too, so I wouldn't have loved it, but I can't. I like last night, guys. I was just like I left the watch party, and emotionally, I was just at a real low point.
We were kind of
That
I guess
game.
we were kind of wondering on the text chain how sad you were.
Well, that
Very
game
sad.
yesterday was actually that one had to have hurt because like they took the lead right away, jumped out to it, gave up the lead, took the lead back, and then
Yes, but that's
obviously
assuming
lost.
that I thought they had a chance to win, and I never thought they were going to win. Like even when the Bader hit the homer, I celebrated, but there was a part of me that was like, "This is all fake." And then when it happened, I was like, "Oh, it happened!" And it happened with IKF. Like, of course, that's how it had to happen.
I
You
yeah.
hate him. You hate him.
There
You know
have been like full scale screaming matches in the John Boy office about IKF. Like there are some real hardcore IKF defenders in this office, and then there are some people who are not as big of fans as of his baseball ability. And I might be in that second camp.
I guess I would just like before we go and do our screen time, I would like to give a shout out to a friend of the pod, Tony Riz. Really nice playoffs from him. Really nice playoffs.
He just does it, man. Every
what he
time, and I
does.
texted it. His first hit yesterday. Texted
You did.
Tony, and Ian goes loves big hits in big spots. Next at bat, same thing. I'm like, this guy just. I think if you looked at their lineup, even with Judge's year, if you could say like, if they could have got Tony to the plate in that ninth, they would have won that game. I would have bet any amount of money in the world he was hitting a bomb.
I think I told the John Boy guys when they signed him that they were really going to like him. But the one thing that it still impresses me about him more than anything else, more than the big hits, is his demeanor and calmness during big moments. When Nestor was going through the little bit of groin pain. First, I mean, Rizzo's right there on the bump. He's talking to him. He's talking him through it, and like He is just always in such a clear, calm headspace. He talked about it a lot. Talked about, when the game speeds up on everybody else being slow and like those big moments and how just like he was never shy talking about himself, but like he's got a lot of confidence in those moments that he's the calmest guy in the room. And it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Goes a long way for a team. I love him and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure he's going to, I'm not.
Are you trying to get him back? Are you trying to get him
Listen,
back?
I'm not saying that I know anything.
Are you
sure that
recruiting?
I'm almost sure that he'll opt out. I mean, he had such a good year. He's got to opt out, right? He's got to opt out. And then if he can renegotiate with the Yankees, renegotiate with the Yankees. But he's going to opt out.
But if he wants to come be a Cubby again,
let's be a Cubby. Come
on
back.
back.
Why not?
Yeah, sure. If
Good
you want
buddy
it,
of
man.
mine.
You're
All
going
right,
to recruit him back. Oh, you recruit. I'm already considering.
I'm not afraid to tamper. Here we go. Let's do screen time.
Is it tampering if you're talking to like a friend, being like, "Hey, man,
you
should be a Cub again.
Come back here."
Like that's your boy. That's your best bud.
It's my guy. I don't see it happening, but it would be fucking great.
You'd be so happy.
God, too much Google Maps times for me today. This is not good.
Shit.
5 hours and 10 minutes.
Fuck.
Who is it brought to you by?
Come on.
This is Sloan Screen Time.
Don't
brought to you
update.
by
No,
Sloan.
don't update. Stay where you are. Don't
Sloan
update.
Is the kind of company that if you need automatic flush, if you're building a building, if you're starting a business, if you have an office space where you need toilets and some maybe automated sinks, you need to talk to. You need to talk to Sloan Valve. Okay. And spring training's right around the corner. And you know where we're going to be? Sloan Park in Mesa. Tell me about it, Dakota. What do you got?
644.
That's
What's
gross.
yours? Is yours higher?
543.
Fuck. Tom, come on,
Tom?
save me. Save me.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, tough night
Go.
last night, 8:42.
Yeah, that's fair. You probably were searching IKF on Twitter. It was trending. You're in the comments. Fuck this guy. Like, yeah, it's all right.
Tom was refreshing Twitter and also crying, and his teardrops were landing on his phone. He was just refreshing, looking for all the anger. Tom actually has a burner account, an IKF burner account, where he just tweets every time he makes an error.
Not true. I ended up last night in Houston Street, which is spelled the same as Houston, and I was very upset last night.
Oh my God, that place owns me.
You just went there and pissed all over the sidewalk. and
You were
said, "I hate
spray
this
painting
place."
the street signs. What were you doing?
Well, it was also West Houston Street, so it was W Houston Street if you read it. So that was tough. I was eating a crepe. I was walking around. I was having a fun time.
tears in your crepe. What a time.
Tears all in the crepe. It was
That's
fucking
so
mayhem.
good.
What a
That's so
time.
good.
Thank you to Parse Rum for sponsoring this episode of 133 of the Compound Podcast. Go get yourself a bottle of Parse, Binny's, or Specs in Texas, or anywhere else. You can go on their website to find out where the closest retailer is to you in your state. And holidays are coming up. Maybe a good time. Order some for Thanksgiving for the holidays. Get it in. Tom's going to be making hot toddies for everybody with rum. We'll see you next week on the Compound Podcast, presented by Parse Rum.